Today we're going to learn about adding and subtracting fractions with like denominators. And I've got my friend Andrew here to help me. Now we already know that fractions are parts of a whole number, a way of expressing parts of a whole. And we express it by putting the part over the whole. The top number we call the
numerator.
And the bottom number we call the
denominator.
It's almost like he's got it written out right in front of him. The kid's so smart. You're really good at reading. Let's see how you are at math. Okay, now let's say if we wanted to add two fractions together, like right here, we have 2/4 plus 1/4. The first thing we'd have to check on is, are our denominators the same? And are they?
Yeah.
Check, check. You're right, they are the same. And you know what? They're going to stay the same. So I'm going to put a 4 down here. It's just going to stay 4. Now all we do is we add our numerators together, or our top numbers. So that makes it 2 plus 1. And 2 plus 1, as we know, is?
3.
You're a genius, Andrew. So our answer is?
3/4.
Perfect. Now let's take a look at that visually.
Okay.
2/4, as we said, fractions are parts of a whole. So right here we have a whole pie divided into 4 parts. And we have 2 of those 4 parts. So I'm going to shade in 2 pieces of my pie. And we're adding it to 1/4, or 1 piece of my pie. And when we add those together, stick them together, we get 3 total pieces out of our pie. And again, we said that a pie is divided into 4 pieces.
Okay.
So we have 3 out of the possible 4, or 3/4.
Oh, okay.
See it?
Yeah.
Now let's talk about subtracting. Subtracting actually goes by the exact same rules. As long as our denominator is the same, we can subtract. So we check, are they the same?
Yeah.
We've got 8 on the bottom, 8 on the bottom, and we're going to keep 8 on the bottom. And now we just subtract our numerators. 3 minus 1 equals?
2.
Excellent. 2/8. Now our answer is 2/8. Now is this the final answer, or can we do something else to this?
We can reduce it.
Kid's a genius. We can reduce it. Let's take a look at this model right here. Let's pretend I've got one big red candy bar.
All right.
All right? And I like to take small bites. So I'm going to divide my candy bar into 8 equal pieces right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equal pieces.
Okay.
If I took 2 of these 8 pieces, that would be 2 out of a possible 8, or 2/8. Just like 2/8. Let's pretend I like to take bigger bites. I'm going to divide my candy bar instead into 8 little pieces. I'm going to divide it into 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I take one of those pieces, 1/4, we see that it is the exact same size as 2/8. Therefore, 2/8 equals 1/4. Seem to make sense?
Yeah.
Now, it would be kind of a pain if every time we wanted to reduce a fraction, we used a candy bar or drew a candy bar. So I'm going to show you numerically how to do it. One way is by dividing out a number that goes into both our top and our bottom number.
Yeah.
Okay? So I know that 2 and 8 are both even numbers. And what number goes into all even numbers?
2.
You've done this before. So I'm going to divide out a 2. I've got my 2/8. I'm going to divide both my numerator and my denominator by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is
4.
It's the same answer we got before. Now there's another way to do it numerically. It's called factoring. Factoring is breaking down numbers into the multiples that make them up. Now 2, as we know, is made up when I multiply 2 times 1. That equals 2, right?
Yes.
I've got a couple choices for 8, but give me 2 numbers that when I multiply them together, they make 8.
2 times 4.
Perfect. 2 times 4. And now all of a sudden I see that I have the same numbers on top and bottom, 2 and a 2. I can cancel those out because really what 2/2 is, 2/2 is the same as writing 1, okay?
Oh.
So that makes this whole thing 1 times 1/4, and 1 times 1/4 is?
1/4.
1/4. So when we have the same number on the top and on the bottom, we can just cross it out. Does that seem to make sense?
Yeah, now I get it.
Great. Just doing my job, Andrew. Now you at home know exactly how to add and subtract fractions with like denominators. Go to it, try some problems of your own, and remember to reduce your answers. Get ahead in math.